Hey guys, it is Thursday, September 6th. I just made it to my doctor's appointment. Yeah, so I'm gonna head in. I'm getting blood work and an ultrasound done. That's it. So it's gonna take like 5 minutes and then I'm gonna head home. It looks like it's gonna rain any second, so I'm not stopping anywhere. I'm just going home. So yeah, I will let you know what they say when they call me later on. Hey guys, so it's the next day. I had my appointment yesterday, and they called me when I got to work and said that I had 4 total follicles, but only 2 of them had matured. My dog's playing with a toy in the background, I'm sorry. Only 2 of them had been maturing, and one was a 10 and one was an 11. So by now they should be at least 22 millimeters, and they're half the size of that. And he doubled my medicine. So I'm actually going backwards somehow. Like, what in the world? I don't understand. Doubled my medicine. So essentially I took 6 injections. I really only took 3, but 6 times the amount, and I'm going backwards. They're smaller than they were before on the regular amount. So yes, I'm taking 150 units of the Follistim each time. So they told me to do 3 more injections, which is essentially 6 more. So really I've had like 12 total. I didn't take 12 injections, but like, do you see what I'm saying? Like 12, instead of taking like 6 of the 75, I'm taking 12 of the 75. So I have to take 3 more injections. So I took one last night, which was Thursday. I take one tonight, Friday, and I take one tomorrow, Saturday. And then Sunday night at 10 o'clock, I take the trigger shot, which is what makes me sick. So I will be sick Monday morning, but I don't work. Oh my goodness, Pony! I'm trying to film! But, so then, yeah. So usually when I take the trigger shot, the next morning I have to work, and I'm sick all morning. But thank goodness I don't work until 3 on Monday, so I'll be okay. I can just lay on the couch. But yeah, so I take the trigger Sunday night, and then Tuesday morning we do the IUI. But I need to call them because they said, you know, they're not growing. So I'm taking 3 more injections. Okay, so then I'm going to take the 3 injections, and then you're just going to assume that they're big enough to do the IUI. What if they didn't grow even another millimeter? Then there's no point in doing it, the IUI, because it's not going to work. Because they're not big enough. They're not matured where they should be. So I'm going to call them, and I really don't want to make another trip to Pittsburgh to have a 2-second ultrasound to tell me that they're not growing, because I really don't think that they will. I have a very strong gut feeling that IUIs are not our answer. They're not going to work. I just have a gut feeling. I've had the feeling ever since they started me on the Clomid, which was like a year ago. Yeah. Maybe not a year ago. It's been a long time. I'm like lost. I don't know. But I was on the Clomid a long time ago. And I always had a gut feeling the Clomid wasn't going to work. Whenever we started doing IUIs, I got the same gut feeling they weren't going to work, that IVF was going to be the answer. And now I have like a gut feeling that isn't even going to work. Like, even if we get to that point, that isn't even going to work. And it's like a very sucky feeling. But whatever, we want to do anything we can to get a kid. So, have a baby. So, we're just going to continue, but I am going to call them, because how do they know that my follicles are going to be big enough to do the IUI? And so I take the trigger Sunday night. So then really tomorrow is when I should go have another ultrasound done. Because they're not open on Saturday. Oh, they're open. Or that won't even work because the doctor isn't even there on Saturday. So I don't even know. I just feel like this time is a waste of money. And let me tell you, it is $1,000 each time we have this done. I'm going to waste another $1,000. We've wasted $3,000 on those 3 IUIs. I'm not going to have it done if, like, things don't look good. Why would I? Why would it? Because then I'm going to have to spend another $1,000 next month to do this again. And I'm so sick of spending the money, wasting the time. I'm so sick of it. It is so expensive. Yes, it is, like, way cheaper than IVF. I understand that. But to me, this is just wasteful. They're just, like, taking a stab in the dark that this is going to work. Honestly. Like, at this point, last month, my follicles were at, like, 19 and 20, I think. Or 15 and... They started at, like, 15 and 16, I think. And then by the time I had the IUI, they were, like, 19 and 21. Which still wasn't where they should be. They should have been a little bit bigger than that. And that didn't work. So, hello! They're half the size of that right now. What makes you think this is going to work? Oh, my gosh. It just makes me so angry. Like, I am wasting my money. I literally feel like I'm wasting my money. Like, I'm just so angry about it. But I'm going to call and see what they say. But tomorrow I work 7 to 3, so I can't even go have an ultrasound done. So I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess but I have to have the trigger shot done Sunday. So I can't even go on Mondays. I don't know what to do. But I'm going to call them and just, like, not really complain, but just, like, why would I have the IUI done if I don't have the second ultrasound done to see if they're growing after the extra shots, you know? Because that's what I had to do last month. I had the ultrasound done. They weren't growing. I had 3 more injections. I went back for another ultrasound and blood work, and they were only a little bit bigger, and they said, let's go ahead and try it. It didn't work. So now you're just, maybe they'll be big enough, maybe not. That's basically what I feel like they're doing. And I'm, like, really angry about it. When I got to think about it after I got off the phone with her, I was like, that makes absolutely no sense. No sense. So I'm going to call them and I'll let you know what they say. But at this point, I don't really have time to go down to have another ultrasound done. So what do? I just have the IUI done and knowing in my mind it's going to fail because it's going to. It's going to. I know it's going to. So I don't know. It's such a pain. And my vein, like, the only vein that I let them use, because my veins are so small and they roll, and they can always get out of this arm. Well, I've been having blood work done so often now. It's like once a week. And my vein is so small that, like, it's so bruised right now. And then I have to get blood work done. I have a diabetic appointment on Thursday, so I have to get blood work done for that. And it's like, they're going to have to use a different vein, and they're not going to be able to get it. I'm just, like, so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. I'm sick of blood work. I'm sick of doctor's appointments. I just want to, like, go to a tropical island for, like, 6 months and just, like, vegetate. Honestly, that's what I want. We are going to... I'm not going to say where it is yet. We're going to, actually, I already put it on Instagram, so never mind. We're going to Punta Cana, the middle of November, like the week before, Thanksgiving, for our 10-year, it's like our 10-year dating anniversary. We started dating in November, 10 years ago, so I thought that would be kind of fun. So, yeah, we are going to go, and... I think we're going for, like, I think it's 6 days, 5 nights. So I'm really excited, but I definitely need another vacation. Hi, doggy. Hi, baby. He wants to play. All right, so I'm going to call... I'm going to call them and see what they have to say. Hey guys, so we're about to head in for our 4th IUI. I feel like complete crap. I've had a sore throat for like 3 days now, and I woke up this morning feeling awful. I went and straightened my hair real quick, and then I had to lay it back down because I felt so sick. And I slept the whole year, and I want to go back to bed. I feel awful. So yeah, it's like a quarter till 12. We came here at 10 for him, and then we just went. I wanted to find a couple more fall things. We went to Home Goods. I didn't find anything. I got a couple of things at Target, and we went to Michael's, and I didn't find anything, so. But yeah, head in, and I'll let you know how it goes. Hey guys, so back home. I think it's like 5:30. We've been home for several hours. I didn't feel like updating you after the IUI because it was a very traumatic experience. First of all, I was just like very upset going into it because I just felt like everything was not falling into place like I wanted to, or like the plan from the doctor. I just felt like they weren't really monitoring me good enough. I don't know. I was very upset by it all. I don't think I even updated you about what they told me on the phone, so I ended up calling saying, you know, I didn't have enough medicine for the last fall stem injection. Her answer to that was, well, you do have refills, so if you see you're getting low, go ahead and refill. No, that's $400 every time I have to refill it, and I'm not doing that. So she's like, well, really, it's not a big deal if you miss one shot. So I was like, okay, it kind of is a big deal. If he says he wants me to take 6 shots, I'm only taking 5. It kind of is a big deal, but whatever. So I only took 5. And then I questioned, you know, I'm not getting an ultrasound done before, like, after I was taking the shots. And between that and getting the IUI, I wasn't having an ultrasound done to see if my follicles were getting bigger. And I was concerned about that. And she said, well, he picked the day of the IUI because your follicles will grow 0.5 millimeters every day, so he added it up, and by today they should have been big enough. Okay, they should have been big enough. So you're guessing that they were big enough for me to do the IUI. I don't like that at all because it's $1,000 total for the medicine and the IUI. Today I had to pay $370 for the IUI. So, like, that's a lot of money for you to be just guessing that it's going to work. So, very frustrated by the whole process. Then, you know, I said I woke up this morning very sick. I've felt sick all day long. Now I feel okay, but I was sick all morning up until the IUI. So, everything was just stressing me out. And so we walked in and checked in, and they're like, oh, you know, this is how it goes, sign the paperwork. He said, is this your first, or no, this is your second IUI. And I was like, no, it's actually our 4th. And I just like kind of got upset by even saying that out loud, that it's our 4th one. And I started to like tear up a little bit. So I was just like trying to distract myself. So we did the paperwork, and then they called us back. We sat in the room for like a minute, and they came in, and it was a new girl. So I've had two different girls for the other 3, but this one I had never seen this girl before. So I was a little bit nervous because the other 2 knew, you know, the issues that we were having with like the catheter and everything. So I just forewarned this girl that there was a problem, and she's like, okay, no biggie. It was a terrible, just everything was terrible. She's like putting the speculum in and like moving it all around, and I was like getting uncomfortable. And usually I don't like make any noise or like say anything, even if something does hurt. I just keep it to myself. Well, I couldn't. I was like, like it hurt so bad. And she's like, your cervix is tipped down. so I have to try to get it to come up. And I'm like, they've never told me that before, so what the heck? So then I'm thinking, okay, if your cervix is tipped down, I feel like it's always tipped down, and no one's ever told me that before. So were they putting the catheter in the wrong area? That's why these 3 haven't worked. That's come to mind. Or is this girl doesn't know what she's talking about? I don't know, but she told me it was tipped down. So she's trying to maneuver it. It's just very uncomfortable. So like the pain of that, I'm very uncomfortable. I'm sick. I'm stressed out and emotional about having this be the 4th one. So I just started bawling, and I just couldn't help it. I cried through the entire thing. And she's like, oh my gosh, am I hurting you? And I didn't want to be like, yeah, lady. I was like, no. And she's like, oh, you're just, just emotional. And I was like, yeah. I said, this is our 4th one, and I just, nothing's working, and I'm just really upset. So I just literally bawled through the whole thing. It was probably like 20 minutes of me bawling, and I just couldn't control myself. Because I'm just so fed up with it all. I'm sick of blood work. I'm sick of ultrasounds. I'm sick of the IUIs. And this one was horrible. It was so traumatizing that I don't want to have another one done. It was awful. And yeah, so I'm just laying on the couch watching TV because I'm just, I don't know, the whole thing is like so annoying to me, and I have really bad cramps, which you always do afterwards, so I'm just laying down, and my dog's begging for my attention. But anyway, yeah, this is what I'm going to do the rest of the day. I don't work, so I'm just going to vegetate on the couch because I'm in a lot of pain, and I still don't feel very well, so I might take a nap. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Obviously I can take a test in 2 weeks. I'm not looking forward to that. So, but yeah, that's where I will catch you guys up on. So yeah, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my next update in 2 weeks. And yeah, thanks for the continued all the new subscribers and the comments and everything. I really appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot to take time to leave me a comment or ask a question or suggestion or anything like that. I really enjoy it, so keep it up. And if you're new, thank you for subscribing, and continue watching my journey, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. You get me like that, yeah.